Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Planning for Reality and welcome to my March bullet journal setup. I hope everyone is doing well and I hope you enjoy these kind of videos. For March, I did decide to do an autumn theme because here in Australia we do begin the autumn or fall season in March. In advance, I apologize for any background noise. If the speed of the video was too fast or too slow, I am still trying to get the hang of voiceovers and editing videos, so please bear with me. I decided to go with a brown and almost orange theme. I was inspired from a photo from Pinterest. If I can find that post, I will link it below. And I have mentioned before that I'm not very artistic, so I have been using this platform to help with my self-improvement in terms of bullet journaling, spreads and doodles and lettering. And I have been really enjoying it. It is fun at the beginning of the month to set up, the month to come, and to look back also and see our previous work or my previous setup and see how I've been improving or changing, the things I've been implementing. So for me, I have come a long way personally. You may not see that in the art and in the setup, but through my self-reflection, I can see that I have improved in bullet journaling. And throughout the spread, the main decoration will be the branches and leaves, and I will stay consistent with the colors. It's more of a solid brown and an orangey kind of brown, and they're from Crayola. I believe they're called the Crayola Fine Tip. I've moved on to the next page here, and I'm doing setting up my monthly overview, and I plan to use this page at the end of the month to come back and make note of things that we've done, we need to do in the future. So kind of like a summary. And now here I am starting to set up for my monthly overview, which is spread across 2 pages. I do sometimes do it on 1 page, but to have sufficient space and be comfortable with the usage of those setups, I have really been enjoying the 2-page monthly setup. I am doing this voiceover first thing in the morning, so you will hear me sipping on my coffee. I hope everyone is doing well and has been safe and healthy. Just on the side here, I wanted to keep a little section for any kind of notes that I might need to quickly jot down for the month that don't really fit into a daily box. And I'm using a brown just ballpoint pen to create the lines for the monthly boxes. I did make a mistake in here at the bottom of the second page, almost adding another daily box, but I just quickly drew over it later, and you will see that shortly. And also with that ballpoint pen, I'm just writing in the days of the week in block capital letters, really simple. I find that I have found that the more simple you create the spreads, the more functional it is throughout the month, and you don't feel so overwhelmed. And I've just placing these dots in the corner to number the days of the month. And I use this monthly spread to log bills and events that are coming up in the month or appointments. So just keeping it as simple as possible. Moving along, I never used to do habit tracking, but since I started it this past month in February with tracking multiple habits, it has really helped me to see how my days are going and where I'm lacking, and maybe why I'm falling behind or feeling tired. And you can customize your habits or habit goals to suit you. Some of mine are waking up by a specific time or sleeping by a specific time, taking medications, putting on a load of washing. These are some of the habits that I'm trying to track. And I did notice that when I do fall behind on any of my habits, it has made the day or the following day a little bit more difficult or challenging. So it's good to keep track of your habits throughout the month and see how you went. And I always have a page for my monthly focus. And this is to record any deadlines, important tasks that need to be done, any goals that I have for the month, because I like to look back and see what I need to do to move forward. And this goes along with some of my habits. So I found that in order to achieve my goals, I need to create specific habits and actioning the goals by breaking them down. So I'll have a yearly goal that I break down into monthly, and then I'll break that down into weekly and daily, so on and so forth. Now, here is my budget setup, and I do use the budget by paycheck method. This is my monthly budget setup, but I do break down the paychecks as well later on in the month. And I have been really enjoying this system. If you haven't checked out some of my other videos where I do cash stuffing, budgeting, and things like that, go ahead and check them out and see the progress that we have made in such a short time using the budget by paycheck method and the cash envelope system. It has been doing wonders for our family. We never thought we could save this kind of money just with this simple system. So I did use some different markers here to separate the categories, which is income, fixed expenses, variable expenses, anything other that may pop up in the month, and our sinking funds. Now here I wanted to set up the first week of March, and I usually do have a gratitude log, but this month I decided to add my gratitude in my daily spreads. So I'm separating the boxes here, and the top part of the daily will be used for, daily events and, things specific to that day. The one under will be used for meal planning, so what we plan to have for dinner. And the one under the third box down will be our gratitude box. So I'll just write a few words in on what I'm grateful for the day. And that is also such a blessing to have, to be able to sit down and think about all the things you are grateful for, and have been blessed with in that day. And there is so much. It doesn't fit in there, but I try to pick just a few of the main things. Here in this box, I'm just writing down the monthly spread, and I'm highlighting the week that we're in, and that is week 1 of March. And just continuing along with that little doodle of the branch and the leaves, the orange leaves. I really hope you enjoy my video. I do decide here to do a Dutch door for my ongoing to-do list, just so that I'm not continuing to move things from day to day if it's not completed. So let's flip back and have a look at our spreads, and really happy with how this turned out. I hope you enjoyed it too, and I look forward to setting